Pakistan Army's atrocities on the Bengalis of then East Pakistan had forced lakhs of refugees to take shelter in India. Thousands of women were raped by Pakistan Army soldiers. Thousands of students and protesters crushed under Pakistan military jackboots. Towards the second half of 1971, war appeared inevitable. Pakistan launched airstrikes across the western border on multiple Indian airfields. On the 3rd of December 1971, Indian Army made a dash for Dhaka. Today, we will tell you about the lone Paramveer Chakra won in then East Pakistan, the Battle of Ganga Sagar. The first strike is extremely crucial. The attack had to be deep and for effect.
बैटल ऑफ गंगा सागर एक काफ़ी यूनिक लड़ाई है। सबसे पहले अगर 1971 वॉर के बारे में ही बात करें तो ये सबसे पहला अटैक है जो हुआ।
As soon as Pakistani fighter jets attacked Indian airfields towards the west, Indian Army attacked Pakistan in the east.
ईस्ट पाकिस्तान में इंडियन आर्मी 4 प्रमुख थ्रस्ट लाइन के थ्रू गई थी। 2 कोर, 33 कोर, 101 सब एरिया और 4 कोर। 4 कोर जो अगरतला के रास्ते ईस्टर्न थ्रस्ट से ढाका की तरफ जा रही थी, ये सबसे प्रमुख अटैक था और सबसे छोटा अप्रोच था ढाका के लिए।
This was the battle for Ganga Sagar.
Ganga Sagar is located 2 kilometers south of Akhora and is part of Akhora defences. It is a pivot from where 3 important axes to Sylhet, Comilla and Brahmanbaria emanate. So this location of Ganga Sagar actually gave it the prominence for it to be captured in the first instant to facilitate the advance of the Indian Army further westwards towards Dhaka.
Strategically, Ganga Sagar was extremely important. It had a railway station and controlling the rail track was of strategic importance for quick movement of men and material. Given the poor condition of roads and bridges post-monsoon, Ganga Sagar was also an important junction for crucial arterial roads and therefore Pakistan Army had defended the area well. Pakistan Army defences were on higher ground, surrounded by marshy land. Pakistan Army had also extensively laid landmines. 2 companies of 14 guards were tasked to capture the railway station. Not only were Pakistan Army defences in multiple tiers, their soldiers were in concrete bunkers. For a conventional attack, the Pakistani defences were virtually impenetrable. But let us now tell you more about 14 guards raised barely 8 months earlier for unconventional cross-border raids to probe weaknesses in enemy defences and then exploit them. A task that held them in good stead in operations in December 1971. The newly raised battalion had been specifically tasked for unconventional operations, and their short but effective training was a major advantage in ground operations in Ganga Sagar. It was therefore no surprise when 14 guards were tasked to capture Pakistan Army's vital assets and points.
जो टास्क और जो रोल हमें दिया गया था, जिसमें कि रोल हमारा था कि पूरी एक माउंटेन डिव का हमें एडवांस लीड करना था और इसी रोल को करने के लिए 3 टास्क बेसिकली दिए गए थे, जिसमें गंगा सागर कॉम्प्लेक्स को कैप्चर करते हुए
अगरतला, अखौरा, बामनबाड़ियाँ रोड को जल्दी से जल्दी अपने एक्सेस ऑफ मेंटेनेंस के लिए खोलना और साथ ही में दुश्मन के चोमिला, अखौरा, बामन बड़िया रूट को उनके रसद आपूर्ति को बाध्य करना था।
Soldiers walked for over 5 hours to reach Manyal, south of Ganga Sagar. They then lay hidden, keeping a hawk eye on all Pakistan Army movement. For over 24 hours, soldiers carefully monitored Pakistan Army movement to see which area was mined and which was clear. A mine blast would not only have alerted the enemy but have also led to loss of life and limb and taken away the element of surprise. Soldiers also noticed Pakistan Army movement close to the rail track. That was normal. So one thing was clear, the idea of crossing the marshy land was abandoned in favor of snaking ahead along the rail track. There were no mines close to the rail track. Two companies gradually began their advance close to the rail lines. The left flank was led by Lance Naik Albert Ikka, leading the Bravo Company, and the right flank was under the command of Lance Naik Gulab Singh of the Alpha Company. Since the rail line was about 8 to 10 feet on higher ground, soldiers of both the companies could not even see each other.
The most important aspect in this was supreme sacrifice and supreme surprise. Had an element of surprise been lost, the decision would have been the other way around.
Surprise was of utmost importance. Around 3 on the cold December morning, soldiers were very close to the Pakistani defences when one of the soldiers accidentally stepped on a tripwire and the area was instantly lit up. There was immediate action in the Pakistani camp.
पाकिस्तानी सैनिक को हल्का सा संदेह हुआ तो उसने, जैसे चैलेंजिंग प्रोसीजर होता है फ़ौज में, कोई भी अगर आ रहा हो ये पहले ये पता कर रहा था कि वो दोस्त है कि दुश्मन, कहीं दोस्त पे गलती से गोली ना चल जाए, तो उसने चैलेंजिंग प्रोसीजर करा। तो उस टाइम पे उसने पूछा, जैसे हमारे यहाँ पूछते हैं, थम कौन आता है, तो उस समय पर अल्बर्ट एक्का का जवाब भली भांति लोगों को मालूम है कि तेरा बाप आया। और उसके बाद ही जब पाकिस्तानी लोगों को समझ में आया कि ये तो इंडियन आर्मी आ गई है इतना करीब, तब 4:17 पे पहला फायर हमने दुश्मन से ड्रॉ करा।
The element of surprise lost, Indian soldiers opened up, bringing down heavy and effective fire on the Pakistani soldiers. Since the area was heavily mined, Indian soldiers charged straight at the enemy. The aim was to hurl a grenade into the Pakistani bunkers and force the Pakistani soldiers to rush out and then kill them. Lance Naik Albert Ikka noticed one machine gun nest stalling the advance of the Indian soldiers because of its high ground and effective fire. He swiftly charged at the machine gun position.
लांस नायक अल्बर्ट इक्का आगे होने के कारण एलएमजी पोस्ट के ऊपर धावा बोल देते हैं और एलएमजी पोस्ट के अंदर पहुंच करके और दोनों पाकिस्तानी सोल्जर को, जो सिपाही रैंक के होते हैं, उनको मौत के घाट उतार देते हैं।
Lance Naik Ikka charged head-on into a hail of bullets into the enemy bunker, killing 2 Pakistan Army soldiers and capturing the enemy machine gun. Though grievously injured, he refused to be evacuated and insisted on ensuring that enemy defences were completely overrun.
It was a free-for-all, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, an extreme charge of courage, bravery and determination, wherein the only way forward here was to march ahead, to charge ahead. Albert Ekka, being the leading scout along with the elements of Bravo Company, with utter disregard to personal safety, charged onto the bunker and silenced 2 enemy soldiers.
He spotted another light machine gun position that was on a raised platform, a Machan. Its effective fire stalled the advance of the Indian soldiers who were pinned down. He rushed to a nearby perimeter wall and leapt on it, climbing on to the machan, simultaneously hurling a grenade inside the machan. The brave young soldier did a bayonet charge inside the Pakistani machine gun position, killing the Pakistani soldiers inside. Despite being gravely wounded, he threw away the Pakistani machine gun, ensuring his company was able to advance. But by now, shot at multiple times, bleeding profusely, Lance Naik Albert Ikka collapsed after silencing the enemy guns.
इस दौरान उन्हें भी काफ़ी घाव लगते हैं और परिणाम स्वरूप वो वीर गति को प्राप्त हो जाते हैं, लेकिन उनके इस अदम्य साहस और वीरता के कारण हमारे बटालियन को विजय मिल पाता है।
In the famous Battle of Ganga Sagar, Lance Naik Albert Ikka made the supreme sacrifice of his life. He was awarded the Paramveer Chakra, the nation's highest wartime gallantry award. Pakistan Army was taken aback by the fierce Indian attack. The Pakistanis called for air support and also opened fire with all they had. But the speed, accuracy and the ferocity of the Indian attack had taken the Pakistanis completely by surprise. The successful Indian attack had paved the way for reinforcements to rush in, and by the 10th in the morning, the entire Ganga Sagar complex was in Indian control. The Ganga Sagar victory was extremely crucial for India. This was a great morale booster for Indian soldiers and sapped the morale of the Pakistan Army. In this operation, Pakistan Army lost 25 soldiers. 6 Pakistan Army soldiers were taken prisoners of war, and a large quantity of Pakistani arms and ammunition were also captured. On the Indian side, 14 guards lost 3 junior commissioned officers, and 10 Jawans made the supreme sacrifice of their lives. The big advantage for India was also being in control of both the road and railhead. India's aim was to dash to Dhaka. India wanted to bypass major Pakistan military fortifications and garrisons. The strategy worked, and in just 13 days, the Indian Army was able to force Pakistan Army on its knees, and 93,000 Pakistan Army soldiers and officers under Lieutenant General A.A.K. Niazi of the Pakistan Army surrendered at Dhaka. But before that surrender at Dhaka, there was another fierce battle that was fought at Bogra. Pakistan was fighting to ensure a stalemate and negotiate a ceasefire, not surrender.
बोगरा एक नॉर्थ वेस्ट बांग्लादेश में एक बहुत ही मुख्य टाउन है।
बोगरा के अंदर 1500 पाकिस्तानी सिपाही आ चुके थे। सुबह से लेकर और शाम तक हम लोग लड़ते रहे।
जय मां काली आयो लोग। ये एक सिर्फ मोटो ही नहीं, एक ऐसा वाक्य है जो लड़ाई के दौरान हर एक जवान में जोश भर देता है।
इसी लड़ाई के लिए हमारे बटालियन के ऑफिसर्स को 3 वीर चक्र, 3 सेना मेडल और 3 मेंशन इन डिस्पेच दिया गया है।
This was one of the bloodiest battles of 1971 at Bogra.
पाकिस्तान आर्मी को बड़ा क्लियर आदेश था इस समय, आखिरी गोली आखिरी जवान तक यहाँ लड़ाई लड़ने का उनको आदेश दिया गया था, और साथ ही जो हमारा इंडियन आर्मी का एक आदेश था, हमें इस एरिया को क्लियर करना था।
The war was in a built-up area.
ऑपरेशन किसी भी बिल्टअप एरिया में करते हैं तो जो डिफेंडर है उसे एक एडवांटेज मिलता है, क्योंकि उसे 45 पोजीशंस ऑलरेडी मिलते हैं। तो अटैकर के लिए काफ़ी ज़्यादा चुनौती का सामना करना पड़ता है।
उसके अंदर आप डायरेक्ट असॉल्ट नहीं कर सकते हो, उसके अंदर आपकी डायरेक्ट आर्टिलरी फायर नहीं कर सकती है। अगर आपका हवाई हमला होता है तो उसका भी जो इफेक्ट होता है वो कम होता है, बिल्डिंग्स के ऊपर कम होता है।
Bogra was a district headquarters and an important communication center. Bogra also had an airstrip, a rail yard, and was the nerve center connecting various towns and cities in then East Pakistan. Given the strategic location, Pakistan Army had stationed its 16th Infantry Division and the 205 Infantry Brigade tactical headquarters at Bogra.
बोगरा एक बहुत ही बड़ा शहर था, बहुत स्ट्रेटेजिक इम्पोर्टेंस का शहर था, वो उनका लॉजिस्टिक बेस भी था। और जब तक बोगरा के अंदर 1500 पाकिस्तानी सिपाही आ चुके थे और जो वहाँ के ब्रिगेड कमांडर थे, ब्रिगेडियर ताजुमुद्दीन, वो वहाँ के 205 पाकिस्तान इन्फेंट्री ब्रिगेड के कमांडर थे, उन्होंने उसकी डिफेंस का चार्ज ले लिया था। तो क्योंकि ये शहर बिल्टअप एरिया हम इसको कहते हैं,
Pakistan Army had by now lost on virtually every front. From Hilli to Goraghat and from Jaipurhat to Mahasthan, retreating Pakistan Army soldiers were congregating at Bogra to take the last stand and stall a surrender and force a ceasefire.
वहाँ कैप्चर किया था, फिर वहाँ पे पाकिस्तान का 2 बटालियन थे वहाँ पे। ये वाला टारगेट एरिया है। इसके बाद
By December 13, 3 days before Pakistan Army surrendered, Indian Army planned to take Bogra and surrounded it on all sides. The aim was to force Pakistan to surrender. .511 Gorkha Rifles was tasked to take over the railway station, police station and the circuit house. As the soldiers reached closer to Bogra, the town was abandoned. Locals had fled and Pakistan Army soldiers had fortified themselves in buildings. The entire area was a virtual fortress. Pakistan Army had also deployed light machine guns on rooftops and other vital higher ground. Indian Army was armed with small arms, grenades and recoilless guns. But here, the Indian Army resorted to innovation. To force Pakistan Army soldiers out of their fortifications, India used Molotov cocktails.
उसमें आग लगा के अगर आप उसको फेंकते हैं तो वो एक फायर बॉल बन जाता है, और जब वो फायर बॉल बन जाता है तो वो एकदम आग पकड़ लेता है। तो मोलोटोव कॉकटेल जो है बिल्टअप एरियाज़ के अंदर बहुत कारगर साबित होता है। तो जब मोलोटोव कॉकटेल को हम अंदर एक मकान के अंदर और एक कमरे के अंदर फेंकते हैं तो वो एक आग का गोला बन जाता है और पूरे कमरे के अंदर आग लग जाती है। तो उसके अंदर जो भी आदमी है जो लड़ भी रहा है वो मजबूर होके आग के डर से और धुआं के डर से उसको बाहर आना ही पड़ता है।
Inch by inch, block by block, street by street, Indian Army advanced, taking control of vital assets and points, including a water tank that was being used by the Pakistan Army to deploy a machine gun to interdict the advancing Indian troops.
जितने भी हमारे सिपाही थे उन्होंने बहुत बहादुरी से लड़ाई लड़ी और बहुत वीरता दिखाई उन्होंने। कमल राय और मन बहादुर थे, ये एकदम असॉल्ट करते थे। असॉल्ट का मतलब ये है कि घर के अंदर जाके और जो भी घर के अंदर दुश्मन ने वहाँ से छुपा हुआ गोली फायर कर रहा है उसको न्यूट्रलाइज करना, उसके लिए बहुत हौसला चाहिए था, क्योंकि किसी आदमी को ये जानते हुए कि मेरे ऊपर गोली आ रही है, मेरे ऊपर गोलियों की बौछार हो रही है, और वो उनके सामने भागता हुआ और मकान के अंदर या उसकी खिड़की से या दरवाजे के अंदर से मकान के अंदर जब घुसता है, या तो ग्रेनेड से या अपनी राइफल से या अपने ऑटोमेटिक वेपन से दुश्मन को मार गिराता है, और फिर उसकी बहादुरी के कारण दूसरे लोग आगे बढ़ते हैं, तो ये एक बहुत बड़ी बात है।
But the fierce Indian assault ultimately forced Pakistan Army to abandon their position, and by last light, Indian Army was in control of the railway station. But there was no time to rest. The main task now was to organize swift defenses to prevent a Pakistani counter-attack. Indian Army expected Pakistan to launch multiple counter-attacks to retake Bogra's vital points. But even after 24 hours, the counter-attack did not come.
जब हमने शाम के टाइम पर 15 तारीख कोई 6:30 शाम को 15 दिसंबर 6:30 बजे या 7 बजे के करीब जब हमने रेलवे स्टेशन के ऊपर कब्ज़ा किया, हमें ये पता नहीं लगा जब हमने रेलवे स्टेशन के ऊपर कब्ज़ा किया कि वहाँ से पाकिस्तान की आर्मी के जो ट्रुप्स हैं वो किस साइड में विड्रॉ करके गए।
On December 16, as Lieutenant General A.A.K. Niazi surrendered at Dhaka, Indian Army made repeated announcements for Pakistan Army soldiers to surrender at different locations. But Indian soldiers were clearly taking no chances. As they fortified their defenses, at a distance, they saw a white flag being waved. They were asked by soldiers waving the flag that they wanted to surrender, and the Pakistani soldiers were asked to advance slowly, showing their hands. It seemed Pakistan Army soldiers had heard announcements either on radio or on hailers and wanted to surrender. In the next couple of hours, 8 Pakistan Army soldiers, 6 junior commissioned officers and 212 Pakistani soldiers surrendered to the Indian Army. Their interrogation revealed they had been abandoned by their leadership and left to die.
वो खुश थे कि यहाँ लड़ाई खत्म हो गई है, क्योंकि उनको पता था कि हम यहाँ जीत नहीं सकते हैं।
Based on information provided by the Pakistani soldiers who surrendered, more Pakistan Army soldiers came forward and gave up their arms. They blamed their brigade commander, Brigadier Tajammul, who had a personal vendetta against the Indian Army after having lost even in the 1965 war. However, seeing the Indian Army advance, he too abandoned his position and fled.
लड़ाई इतनी घमसान हुई और हमने उनके ऊपर इतना नुकसान पहुंचाया कि उनके ऑफिसर्स और जो सिपाही थे वो उनके हुक्म को ना मानने में मजबूर हो गए और उन्होंने उनके हुक्म को ना मानते हुए सरेंडर करना शुरू कर दिया। लेकिन ब्रिगेडियर ने जैसे कि उन्होंने कसम खिलाई थी, उन्होंने वो कसम को मानते हुए सरेंडर नहीं किया और उन्होंने नेपाल की तरफ भागने की कोशिश की।
Brigadier Tajammul of the Pakistan Army had been captured by the Mukti Bahini, and with great difficulty the Indian Army rescued him and took him prisoner of war. 13 days after December 3, on the 16th of December 1971, led by Lieutenant General A.A.K. Niazi, 93,000 Pakistan Army soldiers surrendered to the Indian Army at Dhaka. This incidentally was the biggest surrender in military history after the Second World War. That is all we have for you on this special broadcast. Many thanks for watching.